Hello, friends and loved ones. Welcome to Fair City Fire's Say It Loud podcast. I'm your host, Matt Jones. Things have been going really well with the podcast lately. We can now officially say we've been downloaded thousands of times. We even had our first download from Ethiopia. We're international. If you've been enjoying our conversations with musicians and people in the music business, please feel free to share. Subscribe. We appreciate all that. This is our 50th episode, and we couldn't have done it any better than with our guest, Jackie Venson. She came on with her manager, Louie Carr, both friends of the show, both their second times returning to the Say It Loud podcast. They partnered up last year and have been doing some big things. Jackie just came back from a European tour. She's been playing live all over the world. She filled us in on some excellent tour stories. She's also been spending this year putting a new single and a new video out every month. Check JackieVenson.com for those or follow her on all the social networks. And she's got a new one debuting called Back to Earth, which you can get from her Patreon. Guys, it's only $5 a month. She's blowing up. She's a superstar. She gives you all this content for free, but she's still an independent musician. We had a good time talking about the music business, the ups and downs of the last year, and all the good things that are to come. Jackie will be playing the Austin City Limits Festival Weekend 1 on Saturday, 12:30 Tito's Tent. Be there. And Fair City Fire will be playing September 12th at Stubbs, right after the Grizzly Bear show. If you're already going to the show, just stick around. But we couldn't be happier. Thanks to Jackie. Thanks to Louie. Thanks to all of you for our 50th episode. And thanks to the JV squad, obviously. Jackie brings it. It's one of my favorite podcasts so far. So enjoy.
Music is a music. My thing, my kisser.
Yeah. Holy shit, you know the words to that?
No, I do not know.
Could have fooled me.
Just like I don't know the words to the opening of The Lion King. Yeah. I just kind of make mouth noises that resemble them. Mavishi Baba.
This is what the people want to hear. This is it.
You should just edit in that song to right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Venson.
Oh, hey, yo, what's up?
Guess we should just start. We're already in it, huh?
Yeah, we're already in it.
Joe's not here, but he'll be here.
He'll be here
How about
eventually.
Clint?
Clint? He's doing his segment. Yeah, we're going to start with his segment, which is Clint's Not Here.
Yep.
Oh,
It's the most popular podcast segment we have.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
It's the most consistent.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
ironic.
Yeah.
Ironic.
Yeah.
So
but
thanks to Clint.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clint.
Brett and Brian are here. Joe will show up shortly. Guest of honor, Jackie Venson and Louie Carr.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, guys?
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome back to the States.
Ugh.
It's good to be back.
Was there
So
anything
good.
that you
There's
missed?
some messed up shit going on in this place, but I still love it.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Can you? Well, I guess two questions. First is what is the UK? I still don't know exactly what that is. I saw you guys were there. I'm still not totally
Oh, it's
100% on what
like
the
which
UK
countries
is.
does it
Yeah,
involve?
what does that mean?
It's like Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Nailed
It's
it.
like that island.
Dude,
You know what
people
I'm
from
saying?
there are going to be so happy when they hear this, and they're like, you just nailed it.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Well, we've been thinking about it. I mean,
We've been there, bro.
yeah.
So, Jackie, you were here, episode 21, I think, we posted today.
Yeah.
So and this is episode 50. It's a big deal, you know?
That's a big deal.
It's hard
That's
to
a
do.
nice number.
It's hard to do 50 of something.
Yep,
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like half centennial.
Yeah.
How long? Like, time-wise?
A few
Because
years.
Yeah.
Coming on 3.
Oh, man.
Remember,
Yeah.
you were
It's
here at
pretty
another
sweet.
place. Jackie, you were here last year, but it was one of
This
our first
place.
ones at this place. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll say, 3 months ago, we started to do this every week kind of thing.
Serious
Whereas before
now,
that, it was
yeah.
once a month maybe kind of thing.
Well, you
So,
gotta build the
yeah.
audience.
We
Yeah.
did. We were talking about that today. I think we've done almost 30 episodes since we've been here only a year.
Nice.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Which is
That's
crazy.
cool.
'cause
Time
we
flies.
Did
It's
like 20
getting real.
before
Time
in a few
flies
years.
when
Yeah.
you have fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember when we called Gina Garlic?
Yes.
And then
I
she
do.
actually she picked up.
that was awesome.
Did
That
you?
was awesome.
He didn't listen to
So
it.
good, man.
See, he only cares about his own episode.
Joe.
Hey, Joe's here.
Joe's here.
Hello.
Oh man,
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
you just gotta listen to the episode, Louie. There's Just
Yeah, that
we
shit
can't
was
describe the
hilarious.
episode on another episode. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
You
it
just
I mean, I
have
feel
to
like it's a
listen.
good teaser.
Awesome. Well, hey, y'all. What's up?
Shout out to Gina Carly.
What's good? So I'm late.
Yeah, Gina.
Okay.
Watching a little Harry Potter while drinking wine at the
That's a great
Cinemark.
idea.
You know what I
Sounds
mean?
wonderful.
So you were here almost a year. We didn't know the date, but it's been about a year,
Well,
and we're trying
close
to
to a year.
do the math on everything.
You know, it was definitely before. Definitely.
You had a Geraldine show that night. I remember.
It was definitely before November because I was still middle parting. I was parting my hair in the middle instead of
I was like,
outside.
huh?
That's how we calculate time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pre-middle part.
Now you're like
post-middle part.
2/3 to the
Exactly.
left. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
It's,
thank God, right, guys?
it's a big difference. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's a big difference.
Of course.
I part wherever my missing hair tells me to.
That's
It's real easy.
That's a good guide. It's
Yeah.
a good guide.
But yeah, a lot of things. So I was trying to think of what's different from then. And obviously, well, number one, that we'll get to the.
Had I gone on the
path.
Gary tour?
Yeah, you
Yes.
just
Yeah.
came
I
back.
think you
I just
just
came
got
back.
back.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was literally a year ago. My last Gary tour show was sometime in September.
That's about right. Yeah.
That
So it
sounds
was,
about
was
right.
a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had known Louie. Louie's a big fixture in the Austin music scene anyway.
is.
But you were soon to join up with him. Things have happened. We've seen you play in Times Square.
Yeah.
Basically busking, playing
Yeah.
electric guitar.
That
That's
was post
gnarly.
middle part. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
played in Europe.
It rained.
You played Green Hall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Green Hall was
Yeah.
a.
You're
That
gonna
was
play
cool.
ACL. Things
Yeah.
are happening.
Things
Yeah.
are happening.
We were. Jackie was trending on Twitter.
That's some scary.
Really?
That's some scary
What was
shit right there.
I got
when
it
we
from Pablo
were
Francisco.
in New York.
What was the verbiage? Yeah.
When we were in New York, doing the iHeartRadio appearance, that was the same day that they announced ACL, and so I think it was like also a song premiere.
It's a lot
So it
going
was
on
like-
that day.
Yeah, it was a ton going on, and I
was
got a
like
notification. It was like
May
Jackie Venson
something.
is trending in Austin.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was pretty cool.
That was. Did you screenshot it?
Of course, I did.
I want to see it.
Is that one of the biggest your favorite thing from the last year?
I don't know.
It's in terms of
New
like
York
the music
was crazy.
business. It's got to be.
We
pretty
were in New
awesome.
York for a whole month. You know,
Yeah.
we
I
basically
remember
lived there.
Yeah.
He lived in this sketchy Airbnb right next door to my sister's apartment.
Air quotes Airbnb.
Yeah.
It wasn't an
You
Airbnb.
paid
It's not
somebody
listed.
to-
It was
on
like
Airbnb.
$40 a night. And
in Brooklyn,
in
like in a
Brooklyn.
really good area
Yeah,
in Brooklyn.
Clinton Hill,
Serious-
like literally a block from Biggie's old house.
yeah,
Okay, so it's got some
really
cred.
good.
Yeah.
No, like a really good area too.
Yeah.
My sister
I mean-
paid like $1,500 a month for that place.
And her,
Wow.
I'm not kidding. Her apartment was probably
Literally, we shared a wall. We
10
actually shared a wall.
10 feet bigger than this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so add like a kitchen and a bathroom to this room.
that are off this room.
We're thinking about it.
Yeah, like in addition to this room, there's a hallway kitchen basically.
a galley.
Yeah.
galley.
And a bathroom, and I shit you not, this was the size of her apartment. This room.
Yeah,
You
it
said
was crazy.
$1,500 a month.
That makes
1,500 a
sense,
month,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And so getting him an Airbnb right next door for $40 a night is pretty rad.
I actually,
Yeah.
I think the room that I had was bigger than
It's
the
actually
apartment.
bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Christina's apartment, but it didn't have a kitchen
No, or a
or
bathroom.
If it would have
It
had
has
a
sink
kitchen.
though.
But anyways, it worked
and-
out great because it would have had to suck to like commute just to like do anything.
So
Because the whole point of the trip was to go there and network our asses off.
And we did.
Yes, and it's
The whole
so
trip
much,
was. I mean, we started in.
I had a lot of shows. I had a residency every Wednesday at Rockwood, except for one Wednesday where I had a SoFar show.
Yep.
And then I had a big show at the Cutting Room, and then I had shows surrounding New York, and I had a shit ton of press appearances. Like we did a live broadcast from iHeartRadio's Facebook page, like a bunch of Facebook live broadcasts, and that was the whole point of the trip, to just like have my publicist, because she's based there. So I was like, look, give me something to do every freaking day. We did like live broadcasts out of their office. We did
through other media, other media outlets would come to our publicist's office.
and like put it live broadcast it from their pages. So like there was one page that we live broadcasted from. It was like 250,000 followers, and
Yeah, that was
even
cool.
if they don't have good
Scenes.
engagement, there's Scenes magazine, and even if they don't have good engagement, Facebook really loves it when you do live broadcasts.
Yeah.
So one of them
And-
got viewed by like 30,000 people.
No, it was
shit.
60,000.
60,000
Yeah.
people. Yeah. So it was really good. It was exactly what I was going for, and having him there to actually network while I'm playing, because it's very hard to network and perform and set up and load out and break down and everything all by yourself.
I used to live in Chicago, and being back at a big city for a while, being able to just walk places and take public transit, that was awesome. But a lot of
the weather was really perfect.
But we also had a car there too, so like for the gigs we could drive, and then I would spend like 45. Oh my god,
parking.
I literally drove to New Jersey on accident.
Oh my god, dude.
Because the iHeartRadio is right next to the tunnel that goes to New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't get in the right
if you
lane,
miss your turn, you're literally forced to go to New Jersey.
it's like a $15 bridge
So
toll.
like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
so I just oh god,
The tolls on the East Coast, just period.
are insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
You got
nuts.
added into the
Yeah.
touring budget.
No,
yeah.
like, oh my
You
god.
really do.
If I'm playing solo, it's cheaper to fly to New York.
Yeah.
If it's just like me and one other person, like me and him, or like me and a drummer, it's cheaper to buy 2 plane tickets round trip to New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and drive up there. Hell yeah.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
After the
And
gas
that's
and
like
the tolls
20
and the wear and tear,
21
Oh my-
mi-
and the
2100
time?
miles up there.
We drove
dude, just fly.
from
Yeah.
Oh my
from
God.
Austin to New York, and back. We toured up and back. So we drove up there, lived for a month. I flew back for like a week, and then I flew back there. We did the cutting room, and then we went to
Europe.
for 2 weeks.
Band went back to Austin. We went back to New York because I can't drive back from New York on my own.
No, and then we played
And then we played
the cutting
shows
room
down
again.
Why can't you drive back from New York on your own?
because it would take me like 4 or 5 times as long.
You just stop a lot.
Yeah, because I can't handle that. I can't
Yeah,
handle more
that's
than like
pretty
4 or
normal.
5 hour shifts, and it's like a 30-hour drive.
Yeah.
Plus I had gigs on
Yeah.
the way, so like driving myself and playing the gigs and selling my own merch, no way. I need one.
Is that why, like,
other
'cause
person.
Louie, the connection you guys have is Louie. You started this own Path Media
Yeah.
group
Yep.
this last year, and Jackie is one of your first artists. That's
Yeah.
part of that. And,
Yeah, I quit my day job
yeah.
and just manage full time now.
Well, I was also the other side of the story is I was also kind of caving under the work. It was like a divine intervention. I was like starting to cave under how much work it was to set up my own tours, go on my own tours, tour manage my own tours. It was literally too much.
So what did so this is obviously he's doing something new, and he doesn't have anybody else. What does he say to you that's like I really feel like this is like the best partnership for me, or this is where I want to go?
It didn't start off as a management conversation. It was a social media conversation. So Jackie and I's relationship up to that point had been like, I think we've known each other for like 3 or 4 years now, and
just because the whole Austin music scene thing.
and it would be like every 3 or 4 months I would like hit up Jackie out of the blue and just like throw an idea that I had about marketing at her and like just basically tell her to use it and do it.
Hey, try this.
Yeah, and that's how this sparked, because Facebook had just started like pushing Facebook groups, and no one was doing it. But my mother's an author, and she's an indie author, and she's had a lot of success. And I saw the indie authors using these Facebook groups to every time there was a new release of their books, they would put it in their groups. They had like 5, 10, 15,000 people, and they would become bestsellers day one because the group. It was basically like having a email list on steroids. So, but I saw no one in the music industry was doing it. And so I hit up Jackie and I was like, you got to create this JV squad.
JV Squad,
Yeah.
Yeah, we came up
Strong.
with that name together.
strong.
Whatever.
It's a great name.
Yeah, it's kind of like junior varsity. Now I'm gonna print Leatherman jackets.
Yeah.
So,
I'm doing it. They're gonna say JB squatted.
yeah.
That's
These-
great.
These I'm gonna be at a show. These freaking people are gonna show up wearing a Letterman
And
jacket.
100-degree temperatures.
I'm gonna be like, wow. After that, class ring,
The two-tone,
Yeah.
like the leather
Oh, yeah.
sleeves and
patches,
the-
and I'm
Yep.
serious. They're gonna flip.
We should
Anyways,
definitely
keep
talk.
going.
No, we'll talk about the JV Squad in a second.
Yeah, keep going.
So I gave her that idea. She just hired a social media manager a few weeks prior.
She was dead in the water. She wasn't doing anything.
And that's pretty much at that point, that's what I did. Digital marketing with music outlets. Nice.
For about a month. So yeah, he was like, "Hey, check out this rad idea," and I was like, "Wow, that's a really rad idea. My social media manager sucks. Give me a second." I literally stepped outside at that meeting. I literally stepped outside, fired my social
I
media
don't think
manager.
you stepped outside. I think you literally did it in front of me.
Whatever.
Like
Either way, I
across the
fired her
table.
at that meeting, and I was
And-
like, "You're hired."
and I had been managing at that point, but I was only managing one band. I was managing Kev Bev, and I hadn't created my own company yet.
Right.
And Jackie and I had talked, loosely about working together before. But honestly, I didn't say this in front of Jackie, but at that time, I didn't feel like I knew enough to manage her and actually do right by her. And I take that very seriously. Any artist's career that I have in my hands, I want to be able to do the best I possibly can.
Right.
And that was like a year easily before we started working together. But when it came back around to the social media thing, it literally took like 3 days before we were both just like, why am I not just your manager? Because I was fielding all these messages. I didn't have a
manager, yeah.
And, we needed, when I'm in a meeting, I'm Jackie surrogate, so she can be in basically 2 places at one time. And we're both on the same page. Yeah, it was very organic, the way we started working together.
Yeah, it just made sense. I really needed help. I needed somebody who had a variety of different skills. Most importantly, internet, digital marketing kind of stuff. But then I also just needed the help. I needed somebody who was good on the phone. It's really important having somebody good on the phone. That could be the difference between a $2,000 gig and an $8,000 gig.
Do you believe people talk on the phone? It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's important.
The bigger the money, the more they want to talk to you on the phone.
Yeah, for real. And it can be
a longer
huge difference.
They want you to repeat yourself on the phone.
You got to get somebody who's good on the phone.
What are the questions they always ask? What's the go-to?
He's really just a hype man.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is.
He's a very articulate
vocal
hype
EPK.
Man.
That's great.
It's like I hear him talking to sometimes he talks to corporate people and it's just so funny. His whole tone of voice is different because they want to hear a certain thing.
Do you say things like influencers and
oh yeah,
we call them buzzwords.
Closed.
We call them buzzwords.
I closed a very profitable deal for us. Not so much on Jackie's talent, but on the size of her newsletter.
Nice.
A month
Boom,
ago.
roasted.
It is not about the motion of the ocean when it comes to newsletters, my friends. It's the size. Cool. Yeah. It's all about the size.
Emails are crazy
Size matters.
important.
Size matters for newsletters. Also, Instagram followers. Yeah. LOL.
Mm-hmm. What? So, Jackie, for you, it's almost been a year. What have you learned in terms of your own presentation as a musician and an artist from him? I know he takes care of a lot of the legwork, but is there things that he's brought that you're like, man, I never even thought about that?
It's all about the story. That's the biggest thing I've learned from him. It's like a continuing story. When you post things online, it can't just be like, so-and-so shared a show to Reverb Nation today. It's got to be you typed it and you meant it and you lived it and now you're sharing it with everybody else. And I had some of that when I was before I had him as a media manager, but it's not good to do some. You have to do all. It's all about consistency. So sometimes it would be Jackie Venson shared a show from Twitter. And then sometimes it would be today was so fun, you guys. I had the blah, 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 and everything was great. And look at these pictures. And it's all about the consistency of telling a story.
Yeah, I think even Scott Collins said that when he was here. He said he had talked to you and you just told him post every day. Just post something,
Well, as an independent musician, the only people that matter are the fans. And you have to they have to feel like their investment in you is directly related to your success. And because it is. It 100%. Like the Green Hall show.
Yeah.
That was
if people don't show up, then the show's a bust.
5 or 6 months of marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
But the marketing wasn't we're playing Green Hall on this date, and it's great because it's Green Hall. It was no, this is huge. This is historic. Yeah. This is a milestone. This is my debut. It's a Friday night at Green Hall. Yeah. This is something we've struggled to get for years, and now it's happening.
Yep.
And people loved that. People bought in. There were people that literally flew in from Tulsa.
Yeah, they flew in and made a weekend of it. There was a guy who flew in from Florida.
There was people that drove in from Tulsa. There were people that drove in from Louisiana.
It's crazy.
Are these all your JV squad members?
Some of them were.
Some of them were.
Yeah,
some of them. One guy came in from Florida. Apparently, he had family in Austin, but then he also was a fan, and it's pretty crazy. It's not crazy. We did make a really big deal out of it, and it was a big deal. But
We
it
just
was
sold
still
it.
crazy.
Well, we sold it for
It's like
exactly
these
what it
emails
was.
turned into
Right.
people.
This is
Yeah. Hey.
It was crazy.
You said that before, though. You said that.
huge moment.
It's
you
it
were on the
never
panel
it's
that one
never
time.
not trippy
Yeah.
when like a Facebook post turns into like a 100-person crowd. It's
That's
never
awesome.
not trippy. You're like,
Oh.
what?
And then, like with Europe and it ultimately there's no like secret to what we're doing marketing wise. It's just
We're just telling the story.
it's a controlled amount of vulnerability.
Yeah.
It's letting people see everything, but in a controlled way.
Yeah. Like we delegate what the public page sees versus what the squad sees versus what the newsletter sees versus what the Patreon sees. We just started a Patreon.
Oh, okay.
So they get to see stuff that none of the other three see, and then the JV squad and the newsletter see kind of the same stuff. The newsletter's a little less frequent because you can't be sending emails all the time.
Yeah, the newsletter's mostly like
Show announcements,
Yeah,
yeah.
regionally based show announcements.
We do got to post about the Patreon to the
So wait,
newsletter.
so what are
people.
what are we gonna see on the Patreon then? What kind
On
of,
the Patreon?
yeah, let's
that's
get
where
let's get the deets.
that's where I am releasing different versions of songs.
Yeah, like
that-
we've gone into the studio and recorded video and audio specifically
For the Patreon.
for the
yeah.
Patreon.
We released we're going to release on September 7th, which is
This Friday.
Friday. Friday.
Whenever September 7th.
Yeah. Do you know what day or country this is today?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. I believe the country we're in is Texas.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is
Correct.
The
correct.
nation of
Lone
Texas.
Star cheers.
Drink.
Yes.
Yes.
We're drinking the national beer of Texas, so this
That's
must be
right.
a nation. This
Must
must
be
be
a
a nation. Cheers. So September 7th, we're releasing like a studio duo version of Back to Earth, this song I recorded a while ago. And then next I'm going to release a solo version of this song called Run, which isn't out yet. That's going to come out in December. So it's actually the first release of that song, but like an alternate arrangement of it. And then,
You heard it here first.
yep, exactly.
It's true.
And then December, we're going to release a solo piano version of me singing Oh Holy Night.
Yeah.
Hey.
That
Yeah.
song is
Nice.
beautiful.
It's gonna be.
I
cool.
can't wait to come up with an arrangement for
That's
that.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite Christmas ones.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
powerful.
Oh my God, it's
that's
so
gonna
good.
be a good one.
The song is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Hell
That
yeah.
melody,
And I'm
though.
gonna do some kind of looper version of it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Korg SV1. Plug that bad boy into my looper pedal.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool, and it's not gonna be on iTunes. Same with Run. Same with the Back to Earth. It's not gonna be on iTunes. It's not gonna be anywhere.
It's only on the Patreon.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, you can download it off of the Patreon and maybe illegally send it to your friends.
Ah,
No, I'm kidding.
sure.
I would
Definitely
actually
don't
love
do
that.
that. Don't send it to your friends.
Yeah, don't spread my
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
around. Whatever you do,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Interpol is on it. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
but like obviously the Patreon people will have full access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there will be minor leakage.
Excellent.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so it's just
You know.
Subscribe
Minor-
to
minor
Patreon
leakage.
for minor leakage. Yeah.
minor leakage. I repeat.
And it's like $5 a month. It's
that's
nothing
awesome. Yeah.
insane. It's
Yeah.
literally just.
It's just like a
It's
little
a cup
extra,
of coffee.
A
Yeah.
little extra
Cup of
umph.
coffee,
Yeah, a little extra umph for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean that could go a long way.
Touring and recording and everything, it adds up.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
I mean, sometimes I have a really good month and I don't got to worry about
Poppycock.
it. Sometimes I have a really bad month and it takes me a couple months to
Yeah.
recover from it. So I feel like the Patreon's gonna give me, a little bit more consistency.
We've had a lot of really great success this year, but we've also had to fight pretty hard,
Some
and
pretty
we've
hard
taken some hard
failures.
losses.
Yeah.
You do everything you can to succeed in this industry as a manager and as an artist, and you try to do your homework and vet people that you work with, but you're still going to get bit in the ass.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Like what? Which ones? Did
Sometimes-
anything hurt the most this year? Tell me.
What
Let's get
hurts
it.
the most?
What hurts the most?
Being so close. It's a lot of long stories, but
Yeah.
Well, I think it's.
they
good. I mean,
ultimately end in about $14,000.
I mean, what do you?
So
talk-
imagine
what
you
are
have
we-
like a suitcase, and the suitcase has $14,000 into it,
And then you
And
set
then you
that
just
suitcase
set the
on
suitcase on
fucking fire.
Yeah.
Sweet. Was
and
it
that's
a
what happened
Samsonite?
this year.
I hope
No,
I hope
it was-
wasn't a Samsonite.
No, it was a Walmart brand.
Yeah.
So wait,
Way
just
off.
because I'm lost. What are we talking about here? How does that money
Like
disappear?
this
or
is
how does it
money
get
that
burned
I
away?
spent on things that I thought would further my career.
Yeah.
And then those things.
Are you
failed
investing in people?
hard.
In
One of
just
them was in a person.
opportunities?
One of them was in a
or-
person, and one of them was in like promotions,
Promised opportunities.
marketing and
Yeah.
promotion.
Yeah.
that
And,
literally did nothing.
Literally,
I ate that one.
literally nothing. He ate that one. I ate the first one.
So
Hey,
without like
I
naming-
invested in a pretty high-profile producer who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
So without naming
And he ended up
names,
being a drunk.
what? Okay.
Shit.
Like what
So
would
it
you
sounds like-
do differently, like knowing
We
what's
wouldn't
happened?
use that producer.
We wouldn't use that
okay.
producer.
But
and
were
we
there
wouldn't
any
have gone
signals
with the services.
or
Nope.
No,
No.
nothing.
That was the
whatsoever.
worst part.
On
That was the
paper-
worst part.
On paper, he was everything you'd want from a producer.
And on paper, the marketing promotion people we went with had some pretty reliable recommendations.
Reliable recommendations. They had, data.
A resume.
But here's one of the best lessons I've learned as a manager. If somebody talks about who they've worked with before their plan,
Name droppers.
then they don't know what the
Okay.
fuck they're doing, and
Name
they've
droppers.
lucked
Avoid.
out in the success they've had up to that point.
Avoid name droppers.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I mean, I've found that
We've
even
encountered
with
that
our
before.
stuff.
Seriously.
Mhm.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Told
I
me
give
that
them a
once.
maximum of 2 names, and it
Yeah.
has to be circumstantial.
There was-
They mention the 2 names maximum because maybe I specifically ask,
Yeah.
or it honestly just comes up.
Yeah.
2 names maximum.
If it
And
comes,
if
it comes
they
out within,
drop more than 2 names,
If somebody's explaining
especially
a plan,
if it's not circumstantial.
if somebody's explaining a plan or a process and they use an example of a person in that process, cool. But if it's literally just name.
So
name,
when I
name,
worked with
name,
blah blah
name,
blah and
name,
blah blah blah
name.
and blah 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 and blah
It's
blah
like,
blah,
okay, well,
I
what's
found
that
out
mean
there's
for me?
It's,
Yeah,
yeah.
how
they
does that
just
translate?
fucking Just
So
start
that
spitting
cost
out
me
names.
that lesson cost me $6,000.
That lesson cost me $8,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
And it cost
honestly,
Jackie Venson $14,000.
I honestly feel like though
Shit.
those are great lessons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would
LLC.
you
LLC, would you
go
do
back and do it differently? Would you maybe?
I mean,
I'm disappointed in
right?
myself because I already had this name dropping rule, and now it's been driven home so hard that I don't even let anybody get away with it. Like even people who seem sneakily promising, it's like the second they stop name dropping, I'm like already figuring out, like looking at my watch, figuring out how the hell I'm gonna get out of this conversation and move on to the next thing.
It's just-
checked out.
Like I am completely relentless now. Before I was like 90% relentless,
Well,
which is
with-
why this $8,000 went down the hole. That was the 10% of me that still had
well,
mercy.
and since then we've found producers.
No mercy now.
No mercy.
We can name drop the producers that we like working with, like Frenchie.
Yeah, and Eddie Hobzal and
Yeah.
Tim Palmer.
Yeah, like those guys have been champs.
Well, because with them, it's professional, and this is what it should be.
100%.
It's like, hey, I like your shit. Or maybe they come up to me and they're like, hey, I like your shit. And I'm like, cool. He's like,
And
let's
they
work
put-
together.
yeah,
And
like-
they're like, this is how much I charge.
Yep.
This is what I'll give you.
Yep.
I'll give you a mix in 3 weeks. No name dropping. Just, this is what I charge.
Yep.
Or, we've never worked together. Let me do it for free. Just
Yeah.
to show you, just to see if you like it.
Tim has a crazy resume, but he never brought it up.
He never brought it
literally
up.
mixed Pearl
He-
Jam's 10.
And he offered to do one of
Never
my
brought that
songs
up.
for free just to like be like, hey, I'm a fan of yours.
He put-
I
he
want you
put
to
skin
know
in
what
the
I can
game.
do. Here, that's the best case scenario, but it doesn't always happen like that, and that's okay.
Right.
Like it didn't happen like that with Frenchie. We researched Frenchie,
Yeah.
and also we met with him and stuff. That was a different story.
Yeah.
But
Man,
still,
when we showed
never
up,
name dropped.
When we showed up with
Just,
Frenchie
this is my price. This is
at,
what we were
at
gonna
the
get.
bubble,
That's it.
everything was on. Like all of his equipment was on.
Ready to
Him
go.
and his assistant were there. Like he
Yep.
had notes that he had reference tracks.
Yep.
I mean, he was like ready to hit the ground
He like
running.
talked
as
to me on the
soon as
phone
we-
beforehand. He was like, "This
Exactly.
is my idea with this," and I was talking about this, and I can't wait for this. And there
This
was
sounds
no
like-
looking at the clock. Like, okay, we
And
only got
he's
3
another
hours
person
left.
that has
you know,
connections and
like,
resume, a mile long, but
didn't whisper a word
didn't
of it.
matter. Didn't care. Like
Even in the session, he never talked about it.
no.
Even in
So-
the session, he didn't talk about anything. All we talked about was music in the session.
We got to get that guy on the show. He seems to come up like at least.
Yeah,
every
Oh, that's
episode.
because he's killing in the
Yeah,
awesome music.
yeah, of
he
course.
knows he's got a good ear, and he's willing to work with young artists. He's not worried about.
No.
He's not worried about getting rich. He's willing to work with young artists,
I
work
think
with developing artists.
He's the one who produced Jane Ellen Bryant's new track.
It's great too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
a
rad.
Such a good pop
fantastic
track,
song. And it's a
The
great-
video is
it's a great
psychotic.
video.
I
Yeah.
love it.
It's so good.
Good video.
One of the things I was saying before we got recording was we've been saying yes to a lot of benefit gigs in and around Austin because this city has given so much to both of us.
Yeah,
I'm not just
sure.
talking in relation to Jackie's career. I'm talking in general. Like the connections I've made through the nonprofits. I mean, that's how I have a career at this point. So it just makes sense to give back to organizations like
Although,
Ham and
although
Kids in a
no-
New Groove.
November 15th. We'll have to work that one out.
Well, we'll figure it out. But I mean,
I hate it whenever like you book a gig
Uh-huh.
and then another gig comes along that's like you
Ooh.
can't say no.
Oh, yeah.
This sounds like something I'm going to cut out of the podcast.
Yeah. We don't have to get specific.
Yeah.
no, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just like one of the challenges of the career because it's like gig integrity
Yeah.
is a big deal to me,
Well,
but like
what?
also like
so there's something about there's
can't
like a
just-
good group that wants you to play, but now you got something.
it's like this really amazing event.
better.
And I just
yeah.
Yeah.
it's hard to say no.
How do you?
That's
I mean,
that's a good problem.
Usually what I
So what do
do,
you
Yeah,
thinking?
right. I told Fair City Fire, I was like, look, let's take this gig, but if Kevin Bacon's family wants us to play for them,
yes, exactly.
then we're gonna
We're gonna cancel-
we're gonna
we're
play
gonna-
for Kevin Bacon.
We're gonna do
Sorry.
it. I don't
Isn't that
care
part
if
of a
it
dream or
burns a
something?
bridge. Sometimes you just gotta burn a bridge.
Yeah.
No, but the way, actually,
dance over one.
the other thing is,
Or dance
what
over
I
one.
like to do is I like to figure out times. It's like,
Yeah.
look, 3:00 for you, 7:00 for them.
yeah. I mean,
I'll do
there's
2
always
gigs
a
in
way.
one day. There's a
always
way to work
figure
it out.
JV squad's blowing up. Like,
Yes.
so this was to bring it back. Like, this was your idea. Like the original idea, in a way, was like
It's
let's
actually
build
the
this
idea
group.
that got him hired.
Yeah. And so
Got my foot in the door.
now you've got. So number one, you've already got whatever it means, over 14,000 likes on Facebook. Whatever.
Congrats.
It's more than Seven Mary 3, which is one of my favorite '90s bands. So congratulations.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'm glad you threw that in there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
That-
specific.
it made it in the in
I like
the
how
podcast.
you just like knew that.
He's been waiting for that since it started, y'all.
He's like, okay, how am I gonna?
I
throw
look
this
at some
in this
'90s.
podcast?
I think about this all the time.
What?
I like fastball. I think
Yeah,
about
oh, yeah.
hitting them up on a regular basis.
They can hit up all the
They
time,
had-
man.
they had
No,
an
no,
album-
I think about
They're
hitting them
pretty
up
easy
and
to
being
hit up
like
back.
They had an album release at the Saxon Pub like 3 months ago. 4
something like
months
that.
ago?
Yeah, they're making
Yeah.
new material, but I keep thinking about. I'm like, I know people. I know I could get in direct. I could like call them on the phone,
Yeah.
just hit them up and be like, give me your social media for like 3 months.
Just let me
Just hand over the keys for like 3 months,
see what happens.
and I guarantee get like the way 2.0.
Ooh.
So fastball, if you're
Yeah,
listening,
Yeah, if you're listening,
if you're listening,
you know.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
You need a
gonna
little
go
that
ahead
Louie
and back
Carr
him up
match.
on that
you know
one.
where to find me.
Yeah.
I'm going back him up on that one.
we're gonna tag them in this. And if
Yeah.
they look, they're gonna listen.
Yeah. Hey,
I-
come on, man. should
They
come on
had
the
some
podcast.
serious hits.
Dude, you know,
I used to listen to the way.
it's okay, Brad. Everybody
No,
can
they-
see the road that they walked on is
So
paved with
they
gold.
had-
Okay, it's all good.
They had some legit hits, man,
Yeah.
and like multiple ones.
Oh,
It's
for sure.
already hard to get one hit.
You're just
They had,
driving
like,
with one
3.
headlight.
They had like 3
You know?
big ones.
Incorrect.
Wallflowers.
They had
Yeah.
hits I didn't
Wallflowers.
even know they.
Shit.
Close. I mean, same era.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like it. I like
If they
the
would come
energy.
up on the same Pandora station, for
I think
sure.
the only like
Yeah.
bigger '90s rock band I can think of.
Oh, I mean, I could think Goo Goo
Yeah,
Dolls.
yeah.
Yeah, Goo Goo
Matchbox
Dolls.
20.
But Google
Tonic.
Dolls, Goo Goo Dolls, and Matchbox 20. But
Collective
like
Soul.
they were
Live.
They were
Live.
They were floating
Let's just
around in
spend
there.
20 minutes naming
Everclear.
90s rock
Yeah.
bands.
They were floating around in there though.
Sure, yeah.
Third
They were
Eye
floating
Blind.
around in there.
Presidents of the United States of
Yeah.
America.
Oh my God! I got to tell you guys about the time that I met Rob Thomas
Yeah.
and he
Yes.
missed it.
No way.
Before.
Yes.
He's literally been to every single one of my gigs. Okay, at the time he hasn't been at this point. No, but he
Okay,
had
I've missed
been.
like a handful.
Okay, listen, he had been to every single one of my gigs in Austin, and this was the only one he was like.
It was a Geraldine.
He called me
show,
up. He was
which,
like, "Hey,
you know,
so
I
you're
love
playing
Geraldine's, but
playing at Geraldine's, but you know I'm really sleepy and we've been on
And
tour.
I had a lot of
and
work
I'm-
to get
A
done.
lot of work to do, so I'm just gonna stay home and just crank out work." And I'm
Rob
like,
Thomas.
and I told him, I
Yeah,
was like,
crank out.
I was like, it's cool, man. Like you didn't even have to come to all those gigs. Like don't worry about
Does
it,
he
man.
stay in Austin?
I
Does he, like,
appreciate.
stay here?
She's
no,
talking about
I'm
Louie.
talking about Louie. I was like,
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Oh, I
I'm
thought you
like,
were
I
talking about Rob
appreciate your
Thomas.
Rob
dedication,
Thompson has been
dude.
to every Austin show.
No, I was like, look, man, I
Sorry.
appreciate your dedication, but you don't need to come to the gig tonight. You know, whatever. So this was the gig Rob Thomas was at.
Oh no! Oh, now I understand.
This is a
Oh,
gig.
Dude.
And we're talking about like 90s kid straight up right here, like me and him.
Classic.
So
Of course
I like
you-
play the show, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was so weird because in retrospect, I remember being on stage and seeing the restaurant kind of like empty out, and there was only like three or four, like 10 people left as soon as these 3 people walked in.
Rob came up was like, clear it out. I'm going
I
upstairs.
found out afterwards that's what happened.
No
wanted
way.
To, he wanted to come eat, and he told the restaurant that they needed to just kind of clear it out, like about 45 minutes before close, which is coincidentally right when I was kind of coming to a close with my set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was he
you can
like-
just do that?
When you're famous, yeah.
What? You got that Matchbox 20
So there
money.
was like them and like 7 other people in the
That's
the
awesome.
show, when there had previously been like a full night. But
Yeah.
like everybody else hanging out there, they were just doing their own thing. And he comes in wearing a hat, right? So like, I didn't even
kinda hat?
notice.
You're
I just didn't even notice.
Classic
They pulled
Rob Thomas.
He's got that smooth money,
it's
man.
like a
Like,
freaking baseball cap with his
he's ready
thing
to
folded
go.
down, you know. So like he rolls in. And he's like 3 chairs, and he like sits in these 3 chairs with his 2 guys, which I found out was his tour manager's guitar player.
Like The Voice or something?
They were like
Like,
over to the side, you know, kind of.
okay.
And then afterwards, like I'm talking to people, and there's like of them, there's like 7 other people, and they're just like, "Hey, where are you getting your CDs?" And my friend John was there. My friend John is like 68 years old, so he has no idea who
He's a
the F
champion, though.
Matchbox 20 is. But his whole thing, whenever he's at my shows, he doesn't like to allow people to talk to me for more than a minute or two. Because otherwise,
Oh,
the
yeah.
other people, we
He's
lose
the
them.
He's
They-
the security.
no, because we lose people when they wait in line too
At the
much.
merch
Like,
table.
I got
all
you,
these
gotcha.
people
Yeah.
are waiting to buy CDs,
Yes.
and this one like douchebag who's probably just trying to get into my pants is talking to me for like 15 minutes, and then we lose all
Damn.
these sales.
Name dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Name dropping.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
I mean,
so like
you're not
John
far
Bune
off.
is like
I know.
scooting people along, and like Rob Thomas and his crew are at the end of this 10-person line. So John Bune, without even knowing it, is just like helping my ass out like crazy.
Damn.
It's like, hey, she got to talk to others. She'll be hanging out after the show. You can talk to her in a minute. She wants to sell CD.
Yeah.
Moving people along. Finally, it gets to Rob Thomas and his crew. He comes up to me. He's like, hi. And he has like his hat down. He's like, I just want to tell you that the show was really great. Like,
I wish he would have said
Crazy
it was
good.
really smooth.
he was like, all right. He was like, it's really crazy good. Like, oh, and I'm Rob. And then he whispers, Rob Thomas.
Wow.
That is smooth.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And so
It must have
Wow.
been. Must have been 3 a.m. Huh?
I immediately look at him. Here's the thing: I didn't recognize him with a hat on. Also, I haven't seen him like on TV or
Yeah.
anything in like
Yeah.
15 years.
Right.
So I only kind of like the name rang a bell, but like I didn't. It wasn't like an immediate like whoa.
You look so regular too. Like you just look
Well,
regular.
yeah,
dude.
especially
Yeah.
if you're wearing a jean jacket and a cowboy and like in a
He looks like an
baseball
Avenger.
cap.
Rob
He just
Thomas
looks
is
like
just
a
like
Pretty
us.
short, too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Small. I think
Nah,
he's a small
it's
guy,
like
right?
a little bit taller than me, maybe
Yeah.
like 5'9" or something. So he was like, Rob Thomas.
Damn.
So I immediately was like, I like laughed and I was like, I'm Jackie Venson.
Wow.
Get
Wow.
him.
That's awesome.
Now, if I would have been quicker on my feet, I could have been like, I'm Jackie. Jackie Venson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all good.
But
That's
instead,
great.
I just kind of like said through a smile. And then
If you're
he was
listening,
like,
Rob.
well, you know, we're down to buy you a drink if you want to come over and hang out with us for a little bit. So then I was like, okay, cool. Let me just roll up my cables. And I was going to roll up my cables, and I was like, wait a minute. Like the Rob Thomas? So then I like look him up on
Yeah,
Google,
of
and I'm
course.
like, holy shit. It's fucking Rob Thomas.
Yes.
So like basically the effect that he meant to hit me when he whispered his own name hit me like 3.5 minutes later.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay though. It
It's like
probably,
appropriate.
it probably made it way better though, because
As
like
soon as I turned around, I was like, let me roll up some cables. I'll meet you guys over there in a few minutes. I turned around and I was like, that was when it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. There's a reason why he whispered his name.
you know, had that happened first though, had you reacted when he's probably said it, it would
Yeah.
have been like this, like, you know, just all right, cool. Well, like
Yeah, cool,
it's good
whatever.
to see you. You know,
No, but I
because
fucking
you were
love-
like, yeah,
I fucking love
whatever.
Matchbox 20. I know. I like
Yeah.
nonchalantly played it cool.
yeah, and then realized it later.
Like
you're
involuntarily played it cool.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even mean to play it cool, and I
Just
did.
at home.
Then after that, it was
sending
done.
emails.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I've got like The Office in the background.
you're missing Rob.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not
But anyways,
meeting
we
Rob
ended up
Thomas.
I ended up going there. We got drinks, and we ended up getting a little lit. And then I found out, sadly, that like
Yeah.
2 weeks before he had lost his tour manager.
Like it passed
Oh.
away.
Oh.
Long
So-
time tour manager too.
So he was like, he
was
was
still
like
going through it.
He was still going through. It was a 2 weeks later.
Damn.
So
Damn.
the guy was
I
like,
get it. I mean, especially with a tour manager, you're literally on the road. Like,
yeah.
no, like
you
the guy
probably
was
he probably
the guy
saw
was
his tour
handling it
manager
like a
more than he
champ.
saw most of his like direct family.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez.
No, the guy was. I mean, he was really nice. I mean, we were all getting pretty lit, but he was really nice the whole time. And
Yeah. So long story short, Rob Thomas is not a creep.
There
yeah,
you go.
Fuck yeah.
even
nice
even
to
when
hear,
he gets
hey,
lit.
cheers.
Yeah, that's
Which
cheers
is nice
to
to
Rob
hear
Thomas.
because sometimes you hear about or you meet your heroes.
Or you like get drunk with your heroes, and
Yeah.
then weird shit starts happening.
Oh.
None
Not
of that
Rob
happened.
Thomas.
Nope.
Cheers to Rob Thomas.
He actually
Yeah.
got funnier and funnier the drunker he got.
Yeah.
He kept on asking the same questions.
That's
it was
awesome.
awesome.
No, that's
He'll never.
It was awesome.
And then she called me like half hour later,
I was like,
told me the whole story.
fucking Rob Thomas at cheerleaders! And he's like, I hate everything. He loves Matchbox 20 just as much as any 90s kid.
Yeah.
You could have texted him when it's
No,
I
it
mean, I
was
would've
too
been able to
late.
get
He
down
wouldn't have
there in
been.
time.
He wouldn't have been able to come up.
So that's a long way of saying that the JV squad is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
awesome. It's pretty cool that
Well, because the JV squad, see, it's like think of the guitar as the rocket ship and the JV squad as the fuel.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, isn't it incredible
Shout
that
out
there's
to
almost
JV squad.
3,000 people
Yes.
that are posting pictures and
It's
writing
pretty
down
crazy.
concert
I love it.
experiences.
They come to the
sharing
concert
videos.
and they wear
Wearing
the shirts.
The limited edition shirts.
Okay, can we digress to that?
Sure.
Have you gotten any angry Trekkies coming up to you with
No.
those shirts?
Nope.
Because the JV is
the
awesome.
thumb is bent.
Okay.
The thumb is bent.
And I agree. And I
And
think,
they
I
never-
think it's awesome.
They never trademarked
Check
it.
it. Or, yeah.
crap.
Which
Did
way
we-
to- yeah,
did
this
we
way.
that
check
makes
into
all
that?
that makes all the
Do it with
difference.
the left hand too,
Wait,
right?
did
Or does
they
it
That makes-
trademark it?
I mean, I'm sure they have.
Oh,
That
shit.
makes all the difference.
So
No,
essentially-
whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's
Thumb-
different.
The
That's
thumb
different.
is bent.
The thumb is bent.
So to the listener at
And,
home,
you know, worst
it
case scenario, we
resembles
can
the
change it to
Vulcan
this.
symbol.
There
Right.
you go. There you go.
we
Yeah,
should
there
have
you
just
go.
done this the whole time.
The
Damn
one-
it!
For the
Doesn't
listeners at home, Jackie is now holding 3 fingers together and 1 finger apart to make
It
a V.
still makes
and
the
then
V
seal
instead of
thumb-
the
seal
Space
thumb out.
Trek
Whatever.
thing.
But there's
Space
some-
Trek.
There's some great merch that has it, and people
I'm
make
in Star Trek,
or
I'm
they,
not
they
clueless.
show up in the.
So
T-shirts?
we did a limited edition shirt with the hand symbol for JV Squad, and it says hashtag JV or hashtag Squad Life
Hashtag Squad
underneath
Life,
the hand symbol. That it was. I had Jackie hold up her hand, and we took a picture of it, and then her
And
sister.
then I wrote Squad Life at a Sharpie, and my sister just put it all on
Yeah.
graphic,
She designed it, and then we put it on a T-shirt, and I would say we probably sold 100,
Yeah, something like between 50 and 100. I really can't
something
remember.
around that. And every show,
They just show up.
there's one or two.
You never know.
and it doesn't matter what the city.
Romania, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Romania.
This
Romania.
mofo in Romania shows up with a Squad Life shirt.
No way.
I'm like,
Wait, where was he from in Romania? Do you know?
Brezwe.
Oh, I don't know that one. But Romania is a beautiful
Close to
country.
Sibiu.
It's a beautiful country.
Oh, crazy beautiful.
Oh man. Oh wait, you went
Sibiu.
there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's
guy shows
right.
up to my show in Romania.
All
That's
ties
so
together.
awesome.
Straight
That's
up.
so awesome.
Joe gets it.
No, well,
It's the
whenever
Lone
you,
Star, baby.
well,
Joe
whenever you
segment.
like posted that, I was like, oh, that's such a beautiful place. I ended
Straight up, this mofo shows up in Romania.
That's
I'm like,
amazing.
dude, I didn't think I'd ever come here.
That's incredible.
Not anything against Romania. I just never thought about
no,
it.
I thought the same exact
I
thing.
just never thought about it. Like
All of a sudden, you're
I
there, and
don't-
you're like, this is a really
like
cool
if I
place.
ever find myself in Uzbekistan, I'm gonna be like, how did I get here?
Right? How the fuck?
How do you
Never
get to the
thought about
stands?
this. Is
Oh,
the
no.
first time I've thought about Uzbekistan
Well, Gina,
ever.
doesn't Gina Chavez play Kazakhstan like
Whoa.
once a year?
I mean,
I
it's
know.
like a
it's
state
honestly no
ambassador
hate
for-
on those countries. Like you just
No.
don't hear about them.
Exactly right. I went
So
there
like you
thinking,
don't think about
what?
going there because you don't ever hear about them.
They're beautiful countries though,
I'm,
with
I'm
great
sure
people.
they're fine. People are people no matter where you go.
Right.
There's just like all these like random countries
Yeah.
that you just don't think
Yeah.
about. So I'm sitting here in
Absolutely.
Romania like, how the hell did I get here?
That's awesome.
It was wonderful though.
Shout out to Romania.
One of my favorite things
Shout out
about the
to
squad
Romania, yeah.
is we've made genuine friends with our fans. Like there are fans
Yeah.
that I know by name and face. Like when we're on the road, like when we go to North Carolina, I know like we can see Cammie, and she's gonna listen to this, and I know she's gonna listen to this, so that's gonna be fun.
Cammy, what's
Oh, we
up?
can
Shout out
see
to
it.
Cammy.
Cammy.
Yeah.
see, like-
Should we
Her
call
and her
her?
husband,
We
you know,
should
they're
call her,
amazing
right?
fans, and they like. I think they drove 2 hours to the Asheville show the last time
Yeah.
we saw him.
2 hours.
But you
man.
get to make these connections. Like there's this guy locally named Ray.
He's cool.
He is awesome. He's an older dude.
We ran into him at a Toto concert.
Yeah, we went to the Toto concert. He was just at the Toto concert, just living his best life.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But you make these genuine connections.
Great community.
Well, they make
Yeah.
artwork.
it was a
they-
huge success.
Yeah.
That's
JV
awesome.
Squad was a huge success, and
Like,
it's like
is it
the centerfold
amazing-
of my career now.
Yeah.
It really
Awesome.
is. Like,
And we hope there's some JV Squad people listening right
Oh,
now.
they're I mean, we're gonna post this.
We
in the
are
squad.
in.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
the JV squad.
we're gonna share this to
Yeah,
the
right.
squad.
I'm in the squad.
I think it's awesome when people
we're all
post
in the
that
squad.
stuff. I'm like, what does that mean? Like when people do, like they're taking time out of their day to post
Oh,
to
yeah.
other people about like how awesome they think this thing is when they have
Yeah,
millions of
exactly.
options, and then it's you. You're their you're
I'm
their
the
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
the thing, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's
so
all
great.
right.
With the squad, I don't know. It just feels it's the most genuine way I've ever seen where an artist can connect with here's the thing with social media. It's just like every month they make it harder and harder
For you
to
reach
actually
people.
connect
Yep.
with your fans
That's
without
why we don't
money.
post
Without
a lot of
paying
stuff.
much
That's why we
money.
don't post a lot of stuff to the
Yeah.
public page. It just gets buried anyway.
Yeah, there's literally no point.
Fair enough.
You know, we've got 14,000 plus likes on the main page, but be lucky if 1,000 people see it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we'd rather make content for people that
I actually want to see it.
and are genuinely invested.
And then Facebook won't squash that reach.
Nice.
Used to be where you get people in an event RSVP'd and you post anything to the event and it would show it to all the people RSVP'd. That's not even the case anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah, the group's the widest possible reach besides maybe doing a live broadcast from the public page. But since we've started delegating who gets what, we don't do live broadcasts to the page anymore. Live broadcasts are reserved for the group.
Yep.
That's what's so wild is that the JV squad is an opt-in group. Like it's not just like a regular.
well,
like
'cause
people
we
have to
can't
like.
have spammers.
But I mean that's what makes it. But so people are making this extra effort
Yeah,
to
they're
like
making a
join
decision.
in. It's like people
Even
don't want to
if you
do shit
invite them.
online. They don't want to do anything. You
No.
know, it's like now I got to watch your video that
Even
you
if you
spent
invite
months
them.
doing.
Yeah, I
and,
know.
like,
God damn it.
yeah, geez, yeah.
Even if you invite
For
them,
free.
they still have to
Yeah.
press accept.
But there is, I mean, it's incredible. So it's not they're not only opted in, but
Well,
it's it's an amazing participation.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we
Yeah.
moderate
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
there's no.
you should see the posts that we get sometimes.
Well, I wonder. So what does it take to like? Is it like just if it's a weird picture of you where like you
it has to be relevant
or
to
something,
me
or-
somehow.
Yeah.
It
Is
doesn't
it spam
matter.
stuff that you cut off? or
Oh
what
man,
is it?
sometimes people try to promote their own music.
Through your JV squad?
Yeah.
What?
And it's like
Come
you know,
on.
you know,
And here's the crazy
can
thing.
appreciate the hustle.
We were just like, there was one. It was maybe a week after the JV squad was approved.
Yeah.
And we were just like, we have these like laptop sessions where he's doing work, I'm doing work, and we're just like working. And somebody posted, so this was before we put the approved thing on. Somebody posted something to the squad, and it was like, thanks so much for adding me. I've had such a great time. And it was the first post of the squad or something like that
Yeah.
from somebody else. It was like, thanks so much for adding me. Here's some pictures from 3 years ago. And it was like totally cool. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you see that they posted the squad? I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. And there was like this minute of like delay. And I was like, do you think we should like put that approved thing on? And Louie was like, oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but here's,
Damn, yeah.
here's the thing: the post that made me think about it wasn't even inappropriate.
No.
Hey,
But I was still just like,
At least you were. I mean, that's,
do you think?
Somebody
And
could post-
Louis was like,
yeah.
oh fuck yeah! And sure enough, 2 weeks later, we get like this
Oh,
guy. He's like this rapper around town,
God damn it.
and he like tried to promote his new release called "Good Bitch,"
Oh yeah.
and
He rhymes bitch with spoiler alert.
bitch.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
And it's
Classic.
not a recording; it's just him rapping
At a
it
bus
at a
stop.
bus stop.
God damn it.
I see a lot of that around town.
He
He's just like, he's like,
But you know.
time to find me a good bitch, and that was
That's
the,
nice.
That was
That's
the-
Ryan.
In his defense,
reading the books, got that job. That
he's
good
persistent
bitch, good
because
bitch.
he posts a new rap video or attempts to post a new
Bus
rap
stop
video
Bus
like
stop rap video.
once a month.
like cell phone selfie.
Cool. I mean, hey,
Bus
But at what
doing
cost?
it. Doing it.
But at what cost?
No, one time he got really mad at me for not sharing his stuff on the JV squad.
Yeah, he's direct messaged us before.
Yeah, it's
Can't
just.
get mad.
Let's not put the
about-
one in the
that's-
JV squad, though.
No. Oh,
ridiculous.
this is America. You can get
Yeah,
mad.
that's so true.
You can get mad.
Do you have
Especially
the,
on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Do you have the level of notoriety now where you're getting weird DMs and stuff like
Oh
that?
yeah, I got
Okay.
my first dick pic. He filtered it.
Straight up, like just no questions asked, just like here
He
it is.
caught it. I
Yeah.
was
Oh,
sleeping.
she
He-
said-
Louie
I was.
Oh, so Louis
I
saw
was
it.
soundly sleeping.
She says I got my first, but really it was I
Louis
took
who
that
got
bullet.
his first dick.
Oh,
pic.
Yeah.
it's not your first.
You took
It
a bullet
was-
for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right in the chest.
Well, he took a dick bit bullet.
yeah, I mean, you know.
He took a dick bullet right to the chest.
Like Jackie,
Right to the eyes.
Jackie
Yeah, that's a good
responds,
manager.
and-
Exactly. I was like sleeping comfortably in my room,
and I'd text her. I was like, "You're welcome."
snuggled up in my
Just
hotel,
like you
just
said,
like,
yes, you're welcome.
You don't
like
even
wow,
know.
these hotel pillows are so cushy.
You're like, if you could see the things I've seen, Jackie.
Well, seriously,
You
so
have no
Jackie
idea the
responds
morning I've
and
had.
messages with the fans on the page that are normal, and I'm the creepy filter. So many creepy dudes.
It's pretty crazy.
Fuck that. That sucks.
So many creepy.
Is there
dudes.
stuff she does?
Hey, dudes,
that
don't
you
be
would
creepy.
Never tell her.
There probably is. I'm like, I wonder how much shit he just like
Oh, it's
denies
like
that
a
like I don't even
like
see.
a tidal wave of just kissy face
Like, hey,
emojis
girl,
and like
let me see
nice
your
guys.
bobs.
yeah. Oh my god,
Nice
so
guys.
many nice guys.
Reddit/nice guys.
Oh, yeah.
Send me pics of
Red pill.
Vergana.
Just red pill bros.
Send me pics of Vergana.
How was the dick?
It was,
was it?
you know, it looked.
Was it?
It wasn't even like good lighting.
Do you think it was real, or do you think it was stolen?
I looked at his page afterwards
B-roll.
because I was like, I want
Further
to
investigate.
I want to see the origin story of this.
Of this dick pic.
And he was a rapper.
Damn it.
And oh god, I thought about sending it to his family.
Oh.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna block and delete you.
But
Yeah.
next time, we might meet Jaded Louie.
That is good.
Jaded Louie is cruel.
Don't
So-
fucking do it.
One of the things that I've been doing.
Watch out, all you guys
with the
think about sending me
creepers?
dick pics.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Well, so one of the things I've been doing with the creepers is I've got a canned response. I'm like, hey, thanks so much for reaching out. Here's a link to my Spotify. Like, it has nothing to do with what they said.
Just
They're like,
totally
oh, you're so
ignoring it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're so talented. Just-
Hey, dear, come to Morocco and
Yeah.
live with me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thanks so much for reaching out. Here's my Spotify. It's like,
like
you know,
this
if at least if we can get
Spam bot response.
if we can get a stream out of it, you know.
Thanks for reaching out 5.5 inches.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh.
Here's my
Oh. just send him a picture of you going like this.
yeah.
Just
A
a
little micro.
yeah.
Micro
Oh
penis.
god. So many. Okay, so here's the two that I hate are the creepy guys
Just send him a
and
dick
the
pic
other
back.
musicians.
Yeah.
The other musicians that try to pull Jackie's card when it comes to being a guitar player, it's like, have you ever? And I hate to shit on people.
You should just send him a dick pic back.
No, but like the guitar bros that are like unnecessarily like question. Yeah. Like so
If
many
I ever
guitar
catch a
bros
dick
that
pic,
are like, you
I'm
know,
gonna send one back.
your Fender Strat's cool, but like, you ever tried this pickup or like, it's just like,
That is such a guitar bro thing.
I
That's
hate
great.
that.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that happen to you too?
Sometimes, yeah. People will
Happens
just
to
be
me like
yeah,
times 15.
You should really like mess around with pedals and like more pedals and stuff. People tell me that kind of
I
stuff.
know there was one
The
guy,
legit
like,
guitar
I like
players
my
never say
sound.
that shit.
Yeah, I like my
one
sound,
guy
dude.
told the Brett, he was like, you should use flat wounds, and Brett's like,
Oh, yeah.
these are flat wounds. I'm using them right now.
These are flat wounds.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Thanks. That's what I'm using. Thank you.
Yes.
it happened. You know, honestly, we get really good sound guys, but I would say the people that doubt and question and give us shit the most in real life are sound guys.
Yeah.
Like so many sound bros, like want to control the sound and tone of the amp that Jackie brings. I would say I would say 7 out of 10.
at
7
least
out of-
50. At least 50%.
Yeah.
It's like it changes per
And
tour.
then they-
Sometimes it's 50%. Sometimes it's 70%.
All shut the
It-
fuck up when she starts to play.
Yeah.
It is 100% once she and then they're like, you know, they fanboy and they're like, oh my god, you were so amazing. Here's my card if you ever need somebody to do
Yeah,
sound.
right, yeah.
The ones that give me their card are the ones that are the douchiest.
And on the back it says Vista print free cards.
Yeah.
Right,
all this
exactly.
stuff correlates. All this stuff is like
It's crazy.
fucking
Are you using
trending.
a Blues Junior? Is that?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love that thing.
I thought so. Yeah, those things
It's
are awesome.
I love that thing.
They're also like really easy to like customize. Too,
I used
right?
a 5-watt amp in Milwaukee and played
Yeah.
for 2,500 people.
Can I tell the story of that one?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so this tour that we just got off of,
Hell
every
tour.
show was awesome. Like every show was legitimately I was great and great response, but like everything in between every show was like a literal dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very little sleep, lots of driving, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. In Milwaukee, we're literally like an hour away, and this is like after 3 hours of driving in nonstop traffic from Chicago to Milwaukee.
The drive was supposed to be an hour and a half. It took us 3 hours to get there because
Yeah.
of the traffic. We literally
man.
never went more than 40 miles per hour, and we
If
were all
that.
As
highway
traffic or just because
because
of
of the traffic.
Construction,
All
traffic,
highway, never
wrecks,
faster than
just
40 miles per
awful.
hour.
oh.
Anyway,
Sounds
so
like
we're
awesome.
like
Nightmare.
super close to
Nightmare.
pulling up to this, like what we found out later was like a 2,500, 3,000 person event. No backline. No
what?
backline.
No.
And it turns out they had told us this
4 months.
March
before.
1st, one sentence
5 months before.
buried in the middle of a giant paragraph.
Yeah, it was like
Legit.
the second email we ever got from them, and then they never reiterated. I mean, technically it was our fault, but like
Right.
they never reiterated.
We had just picked up
It
a
seems like pretty important
5-watt
information.
amp.
Yeah, like just a reminder.
Yeah,
You are bringing the band,
But again, it was
correct?
our fault.
And you don't have... It was our
Ultimately, it
fault,
was
but,
our
like,
fault.
there was no way in the midst of all the other shit that we dealt with in 5 months. Like, we hadn't even gone to New York yet when we
No,
got this email.
March 1st. Literally March 1st
This
was the date on that
This
email.
was before South by.
Was this like a corporate event or something?
It was a community
No, it was
event.
like a Blues
It was
on
a
the Green
concert.
type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a concert in the park. And so, like,
and everyone
it's
was
easy
super
to assume.
nice to us too.
It's
And
easy to assume that they would have backline because
I
it's such
definitely,
a big
until I
series.
like searched through our emails on the phone, copped a little bit of an attitude. I was like, how would we get a full kit on an airplane? Like, I was, I didn't like cuss.
What's up to you?
Yeah.
You're the
Anyway,
musicians.
So the sound guy luckily knew a backline.
It was our fault,
company.
though, technically.
Yeah.
And the backline company drove as fast as they could.
They got there in 25 minutes.
Yeah,
What?
we got a full backline, like bass.
It's better than 911.
No, we got
Wait,
we
there
got
was-
a 75% backline. We got
So-
bass and drums. And
Yeah, and then so before we got to the gig, we stopped at Guitar Center to get like a 5-watt tube amp
because
she
I was playing on the news.
the next morning.
You
so-
don't need a 30-watt amp for the news.
No.
Wait, so is there a company that will bring you out a backline?
Oh yeah,
out there in Milwaukee?
They were hooked up with this company, but the catch was this company only had bass and guitar. Bass and drums.
Should we give them a shout out?
If I could remember the name.
I can't remember the name right now. But like they only had bass and drums. And
Okay.
we were literally late to the load in. Like they called us to tell this information.
Yeah.
Because we were late from Guitar Center renting this 5-watt like fucking office like Weekend Warrior office amp.
Oh shit.
But hey, that amp killed it.
They
No
put
way.
a
We mic'd it.
57 on that amp. PA
And it-
system was killer.
And
No
then
way.
it was like a 2.5-hour show. It was great.
I'm gonna see if I can find some videos on how this. Okay, like 5 watts. Like people laugh at my classic 30, and that shit is 30 watts.
It's got to make you laugh when you see people walk in with like huge stacks and stuff.
Here's-
and you're like, well, you know, a
here's what I
3,000-person
love,
crowd for
like-
5 watts.
You go on, like we see other bands on the road, and like they've got this huge Marshall setup, like two.
Listen to this.
5 watts,
Fender Champ.
and it performed like a champ.
Like a champ.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And
Sounds like my classic 30.
It's almost like the person playing through
Sounds
it
like my
matters more
junior.
than the amp itself.
Oh, did you hear that, guitar players?
Yeah.
Did you fucking hear that, all you Instagram guitar bros? Did you fucking hear that? I hope you heard that. I hope it burns.
You heard it here
I
first.
hope it burns.
anyway, the people organizing the event were very accommodating, and they were very nice to us.
I mean, we're not trying to roast the people at the event.
No, not at all.
It's just that we like dropped the ball really hard.
Yeah.
We dropped the ball, but also it's kind of understandable as to why we dropped the ball.
What's cool though is that you made the best of it, and I think
Oh, it
people
was
see
great.
that.
I mean, it
people see
turned out
that,
great.
and
Yeah, we
love
like
that
apologize for being bitches. We're like sorry.
But people love people love to see that more than they love to see. I don't know. I feel like a show go well. Like if you
and
can make the best out
performance
of
was
something.
a half hour late. That's it.
Okay.
Which, by the way, 3-hour set, and they gave us a 30-minute break, so we just didn't take a break.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck it.
We played for 2.5
Deliver
hours
the
straight.
music.
Yeah.
So they literally got exactly what they paid for, just
Hell
with a
yeah.
little bit more stress.
That's awesome.
Just
So
a tiny bit more.
So I love these. This year you're doing these monthly music videos, and
Yes, single a month, every month.
Are like,
hell yeah.
are you an actress now? Like, what is this like for you? 'Cause some of these videos, there's performance elements to every
Oh, yeah.
videos, but there's some like of you acting, like
Stories.
you're being in love, stories.
The-
like,
I'm in love.
Video
Yeah.
that we've got
I'm
coming
in
out.
love with a stripper.
The video that we've got coming out in September.
Yeah.
I will find a way.
That's like a straight up movie.
and it's been entered into like
I have a double.
the Austin music the
Film.
film.
The video music
Yeah.
video found.
But
The
the one for
award
October,
contest.
is
Yes.
going to be just like a live performance with some clips added in, so it's going to
But
be
the
a little
one
bit more
that we haven't
the
music video.
latest is Keep On. Just so
Keep
everybody
On
Right.
is like the filmed trip to Big Bend. Yes.
Yeah.
Filmed on my
Cool.
iPhone X, by the way. The
Yeah.
entire video.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the one coming out in
Oh, those
September.
pictures were cool where you were like underneath that thing while it was raining and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all iPhone X, man. It shoots in 4K.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Beautiful. And then the one that's coming out in October.
Yeah, that's called
Okay.
Cover My Eyes. And
Yep.
then November, I don't know yet. Sorry.
Well,
Louis.
we've got a few in the can, but
And then December is going to be Million Moments. November,
well, no, we've got a few in the can for that one.
which ones?
Well, like Witchcraft, that's a possibility, or All Rise.
We're figuring it out, okay? We got
Yeah.
this under control.
But you still heard it here first, folks.
We have this under control, okay?
But is the so the one coming out, the next one is more performance. It seems
Yeah,
like,
the
right?
next
yeah.
one's going to be live in studio, and then we're going to, like, cut
Well,
in
that-
clips
The
of other stuff.
Back to Earth
You'll see.
is
Back to this Patreon only.
exclusive.
So
Okay.
August
Ooh.
release was
Again,
Patreon,
Patreon, yeah,
only,
that's
yes.
But
September's
the one
I Will Find a Way is a movie.
right, and that one, well, I don't want to say who's going to premiere it,
Mhm.
but it's going to be a big one.
It's gonna be the Say It Loud podcast. We got.
Yeah,
Don't-
yeah.
I'll give you a
guys.
hint.
No, we'll cut it.
Yeah, it's
Figure it out.
it's going to be a huge premiere, and I'm really
Awesome.
excited about it. We've got a lot coming up. I mean, ACL obviously is the big one.
Right.
Weekend one,
October
right?
Weekend one.
6th.
Yep.
Saturday.
I'm gonna be there.
12:45.
Yeah.
Got
my
tickets.
ticket, yeah.
I'll be there.
Tito's tent.
Yep.
Be there.
So it'll be covered, which I'm pumped about.
Tito's tent is
yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's wonderful.
And it's not like an 11 o'clock. I know that, an hour and 45 minutes doesn't seem like a big difference, but weekend one, people will
Oh,
be
yeah.
in there.
It's going to be lit, you guys.
I really feel like
absolutely.
And I
it's gonna
just
be-
lost my keyboard player to Gary Clark Jr., so that means me and my power tree are going to burn this shit down.
Oh, well, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
I'm like, hey, congratulations, but damn it. But congratulations, but damn it.
Fuck.
Go crush it.
Congratulations.
Man, the
There you
power
go.
trio.
You go.
Power,
Yeah,
there's
hey,
something to be
wow.
said for it. Plus, I do
Yeah.
this new looper shit. I like loop a keyboard and a drum machine.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Boom.
yeah.
Sorry,
but
Mom.
and also shout out to John D's getting the job with Gary Clark Jr. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers. I mean, you're gonna miss ACL, but no
And
big deal.
we're-
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not
we've been
mad.
building
Whatever.
we've been building a really good relationship with C3. I don't know. I mean, we don't have a lot of industry in Austin, but
C3 is legit.
I think we're pretty
Shout
lucky as a music industry to have somebody like C3 in our backyard.
It's pretty much one of the only bigger opportunities that exists in Austin.
Well, it's one of the
Like
bigger opportunities
opportunities to
that
get out
exists
of
in the
Austin.
nation. Like
Yeah.
the amount of pull they have festival-wise on a worldwide scene is
They
huge.
do a lot of great festivals around the country.
Yeah, Auckland City
everywhere.
Limits.
They do Berlin Festival,
Lollapalooza.
man.
They do one in Atlanta.
They do one
Yeah.
in Berlin.
Well, Lollapalooza
Really?
Berlin.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So
Pretty crazy.
The fact that they've seen Jackie now and they've bought in and they're giving us these opportunities. We're doing a late night with Curtis Harding.
Yeah, October 14th.
Yeah.
Right. Antone's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my power tree on that.
He's playing the same
Oh,
stage
yeah.
as you that day. Is he
Wait,
playing
wait.
at Tito's tent that day?
Tickets
October
still
6th?
available?
Harding? Yeah.
I don't really know what's
Tickets
going
still
on,
available
but
for this?
either way, I don't know if those people are ready to get some guitar solos thrown up all in their face. You know what I'm saying? Because
How-
like Curtis is kind of like throwback retro music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, and I don't really know if they're ready
You
for
brought
that.
Hoosier in, yeah.
But we're gonna-
Screaming. Then you brought the Hoosier dog in.
I mean, that's
He was
what's
like, "What's
gonna
going on?"
happen. I'm just saying.
That was kind of a spooky sound. That'll be great.
How do we
for,
get into the show?
October.
How does the public
I mean,
get
that's-
into the show?
That's
Is that a thing?
Don't you
I
go?
don't know. I don't know if
Don't
it's
you just
public.
pay?
There's an event page
Well,
on
I would hope
Facebook,
so,
but I
but,
think
like,
you
where?
have to somewhere you got to reserve tickets for.
Well, y'all gotta
I don't
do
know if
that.
I don't know if you have to pay, but I don't think the tickets are going to be like. I would look whenever you're listening to this. If it's before October 14th,
It will be.
I would look. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure it's free, but it's not going to last long.
No, it won't.
What I'm saying is C3 has been giving us a lot of love lately, and I think it's going to be a big end to the year.
Yeah. It's kind of like the end of this year. It's almost like we went through a lot of stuff. Like New York was really cool, and we did a lot of press appearances, and we did a lot of like performances. But it still felt like we were kind of, putting a lot of irons in the fire, and not every fire started. And it felt like that a lot this year. And that was like the same kind of stuff that led us to wasting all that money. We're just trying to put lines in the water. You know, you put like, and you think if you put like 40 lines in the water, you'd be happy if 30 of them came out, but maybe only 5 of them did.
I'd be
Or
happy-
maybe only
yeah,
3
5.
of them did.
The crazy
And you're
thing
just like,
about-
oh my God, I put 40 in though.
Yeah, right.
And it's just like this terrible feeling. But the 3 that came out, at least one of them was C3.
Man, so much I could ask
Love it.
you.
I love it.
Let's
I
just
think
go.
we've been here forever though.
Yeah, let's finish. Let's finish.
Are
up
you
with
going
a
to
game.
edit this down?
Yes.
And also how?
Oh, I'm gonna edit it down.
That's all Matt.
I'm
Yeah.
going to edit the shit out of this, baby.
I'm gonna real happily.
including that part.
Happily. That's gonna be my new ringtone.
I'm going to edit the shit out of this, baby.
This game is called The Simple Truth.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is read to each one of you. We're gonna go in a circle. Bing. So I'm gonna read to you questions. Do you know the concept of Yahoo Answers? So you can go on to Yahoo Answers and you can ask questions like, how far away is the sun? How many continents are there? Like you can ask questions and people answer them, and the highest rated answers go to the top.
Yes.
So and now it's just a cesspool of political shit. But I found like still really good questions. And so what I'd like is for us to be the best answers. So I'm going to go in a circle and ask each of you a question from Yahoo. And whatever answer you give, it doesn't even matter. Just like whatever the best answer you have is, that's going to be our answer to this community. Okay.
These are real questions.
These are real questions.
Yes.
I harvested
go.
them today.
Here we go.
Let's start with Brett. We'll go in the circle. Do you respect Australians? They are sons of convicts.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a loaded question right
Coming out
there.
swinging.
Oh man,
This is just from the people of America.
I've never thought about it too much.
Perfect.
That sounds like a
That's
no.
a great
Okay,
answer.
yeah.
Just kidding.
Wait,
Just never put much thought into it. I would
Don't-
say yes, but I've
don't
just
name
never
Bruce.
thought about it.
yeah, you probably don't disrespect Australians
don't.
for
I
being
just-
Australian.
It's
right?
just not
Yeah.
something that's popped in my head before.
Brian,
Yes.
is it possible to think yourself to an orgasm?
Damn, I wish I could answer that question.
No hands, huh? Just
Just thinking it.
so what? I think if you're a
Totally
Jedi, you can do it.
imaginary.
Yeah.
I think a Jedi can pull this off.
You know,
that
Yoda.
seems like a Han
Yeah.
Solo move.
But Jackie seems to have a good answer for
Yes.
this. Let's hear what Jackie's answer would be.
On behalf of all women, absolutely yes.
Well, women.
There you go. There you go. You
I don't even know what that means.
have a couple answers to choose from, everybody.
A man,
Try
I
it.
don't know. I'm just saying.
I think we could say try it at home.
Yeah.
Is that what we can say?
Yeah.
Try it at home.
Try it at home.
Officially. Yeah. All right. Jack A.
yeah.
What do you know about Canadian politics?
I know that the guy who is currently, like, I guess the prime minister,
Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau, is somewhat well liked, and I know that he's a good-looking dude, and that he's like the Obama of Canada.
He is.
So, like, people
He
don't. Some people don't like him, but most people do. And
good.
also,
That's
That's pretty good.
also, I wish he were my president. Anyways, next.
There you go.
I knew we were going to get heavily political.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You heard it.
Well, that's what it is, right? The Say It Loud podcast. That's,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's all
that's
politics.
what we're
it's
about.
listed on
Just
iTunes under
Yeah.
political.
Just saying, I would prefer him over
Absolutely.
the current situation. Anyway,
Fair
next.
We agree.
Agree.
I agree.
Speaking of political, Louie,
Wait,
why do people eat Special K?
we're talking about the cereal,
Yeah,
right?
we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Not ketamine.
Not ketamine. Because they've never had anything else.
That's probably that's probably why.
Or
Why
they're
would you get
locked.
that? Yeah.
They're locked like in a dungeon, or they've got some sort of like held captive situation.
Or
and-
maybe this is the unbreakable
I'm sorry.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Is it your
Yeah,
turn?
yeah.
Oh.
This is my answer. Just kidding. I feel like I had Special K.
Well, cereal was big. I don't think it's big anymore.
No,
right?
because
Yeah.
everyone realized like, hey, maybe you shouldn't start your day off with pure
With
sugar, and milk.
yeah.
Sugar and dairy.
Maybe that's a bad way to start your day.
I gain
Maybe.
5 pounds every breakfast in
Yeah.
the morning.
Wait, that's how I'm still
You
starting
want
my
to talk
days.
about like
If you want to eat it for dinner, that's one thing.
effective propaganda.
You got Brenner.
We all got like basically brainwashed into eating dessert for breakfast, like that was a good thing.
Yeah, pancakes and waffles,
but
French toast and shit.
Don't remind me.
But it was a good thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We were
Peanut-
living our best life.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I'm
come
sorry. The sugar has
Yeah,
made
Crunch berries, berries
you guys
only.
are naming
Yeah.
cereals
I'm
that
sorry.
aren't Special K though. Like
the
nobody.
sugar. The sugar has made me angry.
That's why.
I'm
So,
sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Special K was this illusion of healthy cereal eating.
I like.
Right?
I
It
like
was.
to say relatively healthy.
I like
Healthy food.
Kix.
It was.
I did
I
like
mean,
Kix.
obviously.
I like
Yeah.
Kix cereal. I mean, I know it's.
Oh, Kix was good.
Kid Test
Kix
said
was
mother
good.
approved.
It's only
Kid-
13 grams of sugar,
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, that's which
as
is.
opposed to 40, which is Frosted Flakes.
All right, Joe.
Yeah.
4-0.
What's up?
4-0.
Let's do this.
I used to get my grandmother to put frosted flakes in a bag, and I would just eat the frosted flakes, no dairy at all, just sugar.
Well, there
flakes.
you go. That's healthier.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma.
Shout out to Grandma.
Joe.
Yeah.
Did the real Titanic sink? Real Titanic, quote unquote, as opposed to the fictional ship Jack and Rose boarded.
Wow.
It's a thinker.
It is a thinker, and I think if you ask the questions, you're not gonna get the answers that you like.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I think what he's trying to say is that the answer to that question is quite depressing.
Yes, absolutely. The Titanic sank, motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's gone.
1912.
It's done. It's at
It's
the
like
bottom of the
like
ocean.
a
I've
thousand
seen
people died.
documentaries.
Yeah,
I've seen
let's-
the footage.
Let's move on. You know?
So it's
And-
real. It is
and
real.
the
1,000
band-
people
It is
died. A
real.
lot of them were black.
I'm sorry I
whatever,
had
it's
to get
cool.
real with you today, sirs,
I thought that-
and ma'ams. But
No, I went
it
to the
happened.
Titanic exhibit. Most of the people who died were the people in the lower cabin.
which was the
were-
Irish, right?
No, black people. A lot of black people.
Absolutely. People who were working in the
Maybe they
motors
were
and the
Irish
engines
black?
and the shit.
Yeah, it's all
And the band played
Blirish.
on.
the band, basically. We're gonna play to the ship's down, mostly
All right,
because we're artists. and
I'd be like,
nobody
yo,
cares
I'm
about
out.
it."
I'm sorry. You don't have a beat anymore. I'm gone. Like, your drums
I'm
are done.
gone.
We could just do. Does anybody want any more? Could we do one more as a group?
Well,
Sure.
I have actually a funny story like,
About the Titanic?
referencing these. Is it Yahoo questions?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. So back
Yeah.
in my days when I was still smoking the weed, I
Now you're just vaping the weed.
it's CBD, so I'm really mostly buzzed right now. Anyway, so like, no, buzzed on the alcohol, not the weed. So like back when I was still smoking weed, I Googled if I could turn my trackpad into a scale.
Like
Because me and my friends, we were trying to divvy up some stuff, and we weren't sure.
like
we
measure
weren't-
out grams.
Oh,
and
like
we
your
stuff?
weren't
laptop
good,
trackpad?
We weren't good at eyeballing. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when we were in our early 20s, we weren't good at eyeballing. So I was like, you know what? Let me Google this. And I was like, can
Sometimes
I turn...
your friends just need 1.8 instead of 2.8.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can Google this. So I Googled, can I turn my trackpad into a scale? And there was one result came up, and it was Yahoo Answers. And I clicked on Yahoo Answers, and literally the only answer was, you're trying to waste some weed, aren't you? That was the only answer.
5-star approved by everybody.
It was the best answer, and it was the only answer, and it did not answer my question. Except for it kind of did. I was like, I'll take that as a no.
It's like, get a scale.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a
Oh
no.
my god.
You're trying to waste some weed, aren't you? Anyways,
one more. Let's do one more. And
One
this
more.
is open to
Group.
to the room.
okay.
Why is my brother so mean? Almost every morning he puts his butt cheeks on my face and farts in my mouth to wake me up. Will I get pink eye? What should I do? He's bigger than me.
I think the answer is a resounding yes. I think
That's how you get pink eye.
that's 100%.
Yeah,
how you get
yeah.
paid.
Why is he so mean? I wonder. Being older brother syndrome. Do
You
think?
guys,
Don't you?
this is crazy.
What? You have a story for this?
Okay, so
Yes.
I have 6 older brothers.
Holy shit.
And one of
Alright.
them, it took me 20 years to get along with him.
Okay.
Wow.
We did not like each other for 20 years.
Yeah.
So
How much older was he?
He is
than you?
6 years older than me.
Okay.
So all the way up until he was 26, we just hated each other.
Yeah.
And he tormented me when I was younger, and then we just were very standoffish towards each other for when I was in my teens and predates. So one of the reasons why I didn't like him is because he would wake me up with his butt cheek spread
Wait, did you write this?
right above my face.
Did you write this Yahoo?
No,
No.
these are all
No,
really
I
on
didn't.
Yahoo.
I did
No, I'm
not,
saying-
I did not
Oh,
write
you
this.
read the question?
If
This
Jackie,
is why I need to tell this story because of how crazy this is.
Oh my god.
And he would fart on my face. And I told Louie about that some of the first times I met Louie. And Louie would always say literally only one thing. He'd be like, wow, that's fucked up. That's how you get pink eye. So this
That's
question,
100% true.
Oh
this
my God.
question that you chose to ask me is
I didn't ask
freaky
it.
as hell. No, but like you could have chosen any question from a Yahoo questions.
Well, you're
You chose
perfect because somebody
this
on the
one.
internet needs an answer. What's the answer, Jackie?
Well, according to Louie, that's how you get pink eye, and also
So,
that's
yes,
fucked up.
you
But
do
how
have
you
pink eye
stop-
because
How
of
do you
it.
stop your brother from doing that to you? Older brother. I don't even know.
I would
Can
be
you?
ready. I've thought about this retroactively.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have a blowtorch lighter
Oh.
Always next to you?
Yeah. Take care of business. Yeah.
Seems
Burn
like a
the
felony.
shit out of his
You gotta, be,
ass.
you gotta be careful with that though, because he lets one fly with the
Yeah.
flame going too
Yeah,
close to
exactly.
your
Back
face.
on you.
It's gonna go.
Yeah, that could literally backfire.
No, like wait till the fart's over and
Yeah.
then burn the shit out of his ass.
Oh,
You
there
know,
you go.
this isn't even like you could even. Do
No,
it
it's like
before-
this. It's like you wake up, open your eyes. Wait 1 second, farts over, burn the shit out of his ass cheek.
You could even do that before he even farts on you.
What if you
if you happen to wake up before?
I wouldn't do it before. It could backfire. I would wait till it's done. It could backfire.
You could sleep with a unicorn mask on.
Just or maybe
You know?
maybe
Oh,
even better. Maybe even better.
Jesus.
Some kind of pointy thing.
Yeah,
Like a unicorn
Like a
mask?
unicorn
Like
mask.
like a unicorn horn.
Yeah.
Well,
you
like
just-
the mask has the horn on it.
Just-
Just a unicorn
that is just
mask.
a
Just be
horse.
ready. Just be ready with some kind of pointy object, preferably an inch in diameter,
Oh no!
and
Oh, yeah,
just
inch in
poke
diameter, yeah.
the shit out of his asshole.
And this is why you
and
came
believe
here,
me,
folks.
he will never come near you again.
And
There
this
you
is
go.
why you listen to the Say It Loud podcast,
Got
everybody.
critical information.
Because I have been tortured by all 6 of my older brothers, and I know what to do. I am the expert.
All right. That's a good way to finish.
On that note,
October 6th, ACL day, or first Saturday.
From an artist's perspective, one of the crazy things about ACL is the amount of press opportunities. Like, there's a whole press area, and you literally just go from booth to
You know,
booth
sign
doing
shit
interviews
all day or something like that. Or?
You're giving interviews. Like, you can give like 15 interviews in 20 minutes to like outlets from all across the world. So I mean, from a manager's perspective,
basically, I'm going to have a can of high brew
You're gonna be working
and
a
some
lot.
crack cocaine.
Mm.
It's going
It's
to
not,
be a
just
great
a,
weekend.
it's not just a vacation for you when you go to
Tasty.
these festivals. Like,
No, it's never.
Oh,
I don't
no.
remember the last time I had a vacation.
10/24, October 24th. That's the Elbow Room in Wichita. So we must have friends in Wichita now.
Yeah, tell them to come out.
Yeah.
So be there. Hopefully,
We've been
bar.
Fair City Fire endorsed.
Yep.
Yes.
Cappy bar.
Beautiful, actually,
Be out
awesome bar.
there.
One of the favorite parts of the tour, I think, for all of us.
It
Tight.
was, yeah.
We're looking
Probably
forward
one
to
of
it.
my favorites, too, yeah.
We're looking forward to it. I'm doing it solo, but it's going to be okay.
Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
It's gonna be awesome.
I bet. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll love it.
JackieVenson.com. You can see all of you actually made you made a playlist of all the singles you released this year.
Yes.
I mean,
Correct.
you can go online, like onto Spotify.
You can go on Spotify,
each
or you
one
can go to my
you can-
website.
yeah, or you can go to
Yes.
the website,
Yeah,
And that's
definitely
all
hit up
the videos.
YouTube. Yeah, I was gonna say.
You should watch the video. Videos are awesome. I love that you
They're
are
all
acting
different.
in them, and like they're very sort of almost like 90s to me, like the wide shot. I like
Yeah.
when you're cycling, like on a bicycle on the east side.
Oh, that was him with a Steadicam. He was in
That-
the back of a Ford truck
Yeah.
filming me on a bike that he
During
borrowed
South
from his
by.
mom. Borrowed from his mom.
during
Yeah.
South by.
Shout out to Louie's mom.
Like
Hey.
that video we shot 5 a.m, waking up and going out to the.
That was
Green
only
Belt.
Have You.
Oh yeah, that was only Have You.
But same week we shot.
Yeah, it was the same week.
I think it was
Oh,
even
man.
the same day. I just put on a different outfit and got on his mom's
13
bike
shows.
and rode
That's
behind my
awesome.
friend John's
Jackie
truck.
played 13 shows during South by, and we shot for 3 days. And 2 of those days we were waking up at 6 a.m.
At a hiking down the Greenbelt.
Oh,
It was
that was rowdy.
I bet.
it was so hard. I don't think I've recovered from that yet. I think I'm still sleepy
Still,
from that.
as you listen now, folks.
I
she's
think I still
recovering.
need a nap from that.
Yeah, you put time. I mean, the Don't Lie to Me, you do that Brady Bunch thing, but it's like all
Yeah.
my shots are different. So you
That was
gotta-
at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
You know
do
how we
9
shot
different
that?
performances.
We
of that,
literally
right?
filmed it 9 times
Yeah.
in front of 9 different
I
backgrounds.
believe it. Yeah,
That's
that's what it
awesome.
seemed like.
God, it literally took like 5 hours.
It was.
I bet.
I thought it was going to take an hour and a half. I was so stupid. I was so stupid.
Yeah. You were so stupid. But yeah, the videos are
Sorry.
worth watching.
Yeah, especially after you hear that. Go watch
yeah.
them now.
Sorry, Lou.
Hey, Louie, you work so hard, don't you?
We'll put a link to these videos.
Hey, so do I. I'm the slave driver.
You are. JackieVenson.com.
Yeah.
Videos, music, tour dates.
Everything.
Check her out at ACL Saturday, the first
Boom.
weekend, Tito's tent.
12:30.
You guys, Fair City Fire got Stubbs September 12th.
Hell
Boom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday.
That's
Right,
Wednesday.
yeah.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Are you guys playing with anybody?
September 12th. Never
We're
forget.
doing the after show after Grizzly Bear.
Oh, nice.
That should be fun.
And,
that'd be
we're,
awesome.
and
Yeah,
you know
we'll
what?
have to
We're
make that.
playing a new song.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
are
That's
playing a
gonna be
new song, a brand new
tight.
song
Stoked.
that's never been out there before.
Yeah, yeah. Come
Hell
check it
yeah.
out.
Don't you love when that happens?
Oh, it's scary, but it's also very
It's
awesome.
like exhilarating.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what you're doing. You're writing some new stuff while you're here.
Well, Stubbs
Yeah.
Indoors is a great.
It's
a
like
great
moving
venue
from
anyway.
the
the
trailer
sound
party
guy.
to the big potty.
Daniel, man.
Danny.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That guy's amazing about it.
Yeah,
You
Danny.
remember that?
Yeah, man, he's awesome. He's just a nice dude too.
He
I
is,
remember that.
but he's also on top of his shit.
He's really good. Well, he's been working there over a decade, I think, running sound there.
What?
Daniel Stapleton.
Daniel Stapleton. Danny
Yeah,
Stapleton.
he's the man.
Daniel Stapleton.
What's
Shout out
happening
to
right
Danny
now?
Stapleton.
I think we've
I'm
gone
saying
off the rails.
playing a new song is like moving from the trainer potty to the big potty. Y'all remember that? I remember that.
I don't
It's like
remember
this
that.
one's
Dude.
taller.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's a
How
big
do I
toilet.
sit up here?
It's a big
All
one.
right.
Hope I don't fall in.
Well, this has been fantastic.
Also, though, I was watching-
This is the longest podcast we've ever recorded.
I was gonna say also that I was watching Harry Potter earlier, and like there's
Okay.
that scene, and like hold on, there's that scene. We were talking about toilets, okay?
Tell me.
And there's
Tell
that
me.
scene where like you sit there in Half Blood Prince, right? And I was sitting there telling about the story, and I was like, Dumbledore goes up to this place and he starts drinking out of this toilet, right? And it's got like poison inside this toilet, and then he gets the Horcrux or whatever, right? All right, there you go, a little Harry Potter for you. That's right.
The
Now you
more
know. Now you know what, Joe.
We got to get the now you knows.
There are people who will like. There's 30% of people who will enjoy that. It's not a lot. It's
30%
not
of the population
passing,
is
but it's
definitely-
good.
Your
Harry
shoulder
Potter
just
fans.
pop out of socket there?
Oh no, I can hyperextend my elbows. Look at
No,
this.
no.
No.
You're like no.
It was more a question than
No
it
one
was.
likes that. No one
It
likes
wasn't a
that.
show and tell.
That's a good way to finish out.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't react like that, I wouldn't have done it. It's your fault.
JackieVenson.com. Easy. Just follow her
Do it.
VENSO.
on social network. Follow
Yes.
Fair City Fire social
social
network. Follow
network.
Say It Loud social network.
All that.
Man, it was
Say
a
It
good
Loud
time.
podcast.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys
thanks
for
for
coming
having
Good to
us.
out.
see you.
got
Thanks.
stuff to-
Own
You got-
Path Media. Own
Yeah.
Path Media.
Yeah, there you go.
You got a lot of
There you
editing
go.
to do,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it all. You're gonna have to listen to all of it. All right. Peace, guys.
See ya.
See you.
Later.